guys. Welcome to Coffee Combos. It's been so long since Lindsie and I recorded remotely. So it is 9:21 p.m. and it's past our bedtime for sure. But here we are at home doing Coffee Combos.
For sure. Oh my gosh, I can't believe it that we have not recorded just solo us in probably like 6 or 8 weeks.
Right. Like, this is so weird to be back in my home office recording this. Like, I feel like we've been traveling to each other to like have guests and do promo shoots and everything else that I'm like, this almost feels weird.
Oh my gosh, I know. And as I was cleaning today, I was like thinking about how you would think I was so crazy. But literally, I started cleaning at 11 o'clock today, and I did not stop cleaning until 8 p.m. And I was finally like, you know what? I need to take a shower because I have to record. And like, I feel like I'm stinky and just gross, but I deep cleaned everything in my house. And when I say deep cleaned, like my blinds, my window seals, I raised my windows, cleaned out like the nastiness, like on the windows, clean my baseboards, clean the crown molding, bathroom, sheets, like all of that today.
Lindsie, I haven't cleaned half that shit in my house since I moved in, and we're on year 3. Like, I'm pretty sure I walked on muffin crumbs for 3 days.
Well, or I could sit in meatloaf crumbs in your car. So,
oh yeah. Speaking of that car, actually, so I was with you. It must have been less than a month ago when I got back from Chattanooga. Somebody hit me on the highway. No, I was not on my phone, although people probably would think I was because I used to do that in the past, but we are changing. And actually the other driver was found at fault. But he hit me and then proceeded to sideswipe me all the way from my rear bumper to my front bumper on my driver's side. And my car has been in the shop for over 2 weeks. And the last update that I got was that my truck will be hopefully out next week.
Oh my gosh.
So I have another car that I got, and I didn't really like post that I got a new car. I just like any of my snaps or whatever, if my car is in it or whatever. And like my Twitter trolls and like followers are freaking out because they think that I bought this car for Chris. And I'm like, y'all are fucking weird.
Y'all are weird. Why would I buy somebody else a car?
I don't really know. They like took a screenshot of like the baby in the car and then put it next to like a picture that Chris posted and said that I had bought him a car. And I'm like, first of all, those cars look nothing alike, and I don't know what kind of drugs y'all are on, but you should probably get off of them.
Well, and even if you did buy him a car, like hypothetically, why would it matter?
I don't know. You know what? Isaac's first day of school is tomorrow. And I don't know if I'm less ready than he is, but like I cannot believe he's going to 3rd grade.
Well, okay. So let's talk about school for a second, because Jackson started, this will be his 3rd week in school. So
I know, that's crazy.
Yeah. And, you know, honestly, he had a really hard time last year and a really hard time the year before last. But this year, he has done so well starting school. And I know it's only going to the 3rd week, so he'll probably get 5 bad reports next week because I'm talking about this. But he has done so well, and he's just adjusting so well. And I've kind of been waiting for this mom moment to be like, oh, wow, it clicked, you know? And
right.
It's taken so long, and so many people have told me, just be patient, you know, like some kids' personalities are just different, and it'll click when it clicks. And I think it's finally clicked. And he's doing so well. He loves his teacher. Even if he gets like in a small amount of trouble, he still loves his teacher, which last year and the year before last, he would have been like, oh my gosh, I never want to go back to school. I don't like it, you know, if he got in trouble. But now he's just finally to the point where he like takes responsibility for things that he does. And finally it's just clicking. So I'm like, praise God. Like there is a God, because he knows that I could not do year 3 with bad reports every single day.
You know what? Isaac had a really bad year last year. Like, it was rough, which was so odd because kindergarten and first grade were so good that we never had issues. And then second grade came around and it was just like, just not good behavior, just not good choices. And I have been pumping Isaac up for like a better year and good choices and just having positive energy and trying to be, you know, good. So I'm hoping that, you know, as long as I keep the energy up tomorrow morning, I'm hoping that Isaac has a great first day of third grade. And we met his teacher last week at Meet the Teacher Night, and she seems really great. And, you know, I did put my concerns and some of the things that we, you know, dealt with last year. And so she would kind of have an idea. I'm not one of those parents at all that is like, oh, my kid would never do that. And oh my gosh, no. And like takes my kid's side. Like, if my child has done something that they know that they shouldn't do, I'm not about to sit there and argue with the teacher. Like, we're going to work on this together and make sure that we're going to address it not only at school, but we're going to address it at home too. And so I wanted his teacher this year to know that like I'm like fully want to be open in communication and just have like open dialogue at all times so that Isaac, you know, gets through the year and doesn't have a hard time.
For sure. And I think I'm kind of like that too. I mean, I hate to see parents make excuses for their kids. I'm like, you know, teachers aren't in there lying on your kids. There is truth to what they're saying. So, I mean, if Jackson does something, I'm the first one to be like, no, sir, like that is not happening. We are not doing that. You know, his teachers are his parents, you know, whenever he's away from me. So I trust their judgment. I know I have him at a school that I can trust, and I know that they're not going to lie on him. They're going to guide him in the right way. And I just feel like we're a team that's kind of like raising him.
Right. Yeah. I feel the same way. I definitely feel the same way.
So what is problems like for a child that's in second grade? You say like Isaac wasn't like making good decisions. What types of things do they get into?
I mean, he would just, I don't know, just like Isaac's biggest thing would be like that if somebody was doing if someone didn't follow a direction from the teacher, Isaac would get in trouble because he would then tell the child, like tell another kid, like, you're not supposed to be doing that. You're supposed to be doing this. And then it's like, but that's not your job to be telling another student what they should or shouldn't be doing. Like, even though it came from a good place, it just got him in so much trouble because he was always doing it. Or
I think that comes with birth order too, you know, like being the oldest child and kind of
he wants to have full control. Yeah. Like he wants to have full control and just be the one that tells the other kid what, like, you know, this is what you should be doing. And I'm just like, Isaac, you cannot keep getting in trouble for this. Like, that's not the way this works. And then I'm trying to remember like what other issues. I mean, they weren't like crazy, but also they just like weren't good, weren't good choices. So I was super frustrated. And, you know, Joe and I both kept like an open dialogue with the teacher. Like if she had any issues, like we were always open to it. So, I also think that some of the kids in his class, like it just like wasn't a good mix of kids. So they were all kind of just like egging each other on to just not make good choices. So this year I'm hoping is different.
Well, I'm going to be praying for Isaac for tomorrow.
So guys, as a mom, I want to do what's best for my babies and have no exceptions. And this means being conscious of the ingredients used in the products that I'm buying for them. From one mom to another, the stuff really matters to me. And that's why I've started ordering from The Honest Company.
Yeah. So obviously Jackson is no longer in the diaper stage. Thank God, but he was in it forever. And I wish that I had known about The Honest Company when he was a baby. To me, it's really amazing that there is a brand out there that cares about what we're using on and around our kids.
The best thing about Honest is that their bundle options are what you customize, and so you get to control them. Their diapers and wipes bundle offers the best deal on a monthly supply of their diapers, and you save almost $17 on each shipment. So here's the scoop. Honest diapers offer advanced leak protection, holding over 17 times their weight in fluid. Plus, you can say goodbye to blowouts because the Honest Secure Fit design helps prevent them. And not only are they ultra soft, which your baby will love, but they're made from plant plant-derived ingredients and free of harsh chemicals like chlorine processing, latex, or fragrance.
And the bonus is that they are available in 5 adorable new fall-inspired designs. I kind of looked them up just to see what they were, and I wish I had a baby just so that they could wear the breakfast pattern. It's so cute. It's got like little eggs and bacon and cinnamon rolls on them. It was super cute. And then there was one that was really cute for a little girl. It had apples on there, and then Yes Dear with deer heads on it for boys. I think they're so cute, and just like an added thing, because I know when Jackson was little, he was going around in diapers all the time, and it would have just been so much cuter to have the cute little patterns when he was just strolling around in a diaper. And I also love their detergent because Jackson is super sensitive. So baby detergent is super great. And I have actually used their detergent before.
So right now with the code HONEST, you'll save $25 off your first month's diapers and wipes shipment. And this is a listeners only deal. So go to www.honest.com/coffee and insert the code HONEST at checkout to take full advantage.
Again, it's HONEST to save $25 off your first month's diaper and wipes shipment. I have a funny story, though. Did I tell you about the cheating scandal that went through Jackson's preschool class?
I don't think so.
Okay, so Jackson would come home with school papers, and he would not know how to do them at home, but he would do them at school. And I'm like, okay, this isn't adding up. Like, how is there this big of a disconnect? I can understand like a few things different, but not like a whole thing different. So apparently there was a flood at his school, so they had to move into a smaller classroom to finish out the year. And apparently all these kids were cheating off of each other in preschool.
Oh, good.
So Jackson said that they did it because they just wanted to get done quick. And there was this one girl that said that she would give everybody the answers.
She would give everybody the answers?
Yeah, that's what she was telling people in the class, just to look off her paper, because she would give them the answers. Well, see, the problem here is that she got less right answers than what Jackson would get. So I'm like, okay, you're cheating off of somebody that
isn't even getting good.
Correct. Like, she's getting all the answers wrong. So it would be like he would come home with similar worksheets and all the answers from school would be incorrect. And then what he would do at home would be correct, or vice versa. So like nothing was adding up. So, I mean, I laid into him so hard. I was like, you do not do stuff like that. You cannot cheat. Like, that is not something that you do. And I cannot even believe that I'm having this conversation with my 4-year-old.
I cannot believe they even know what cheating is. Like, I wouldn't even think at 4 years old, 5 years old, that they would know, oh, just copy my answers.
Exactly. Like, where does that even come from?
Well, one kid was way ahead of their time.
Seriously, because Jackson knew all about it when he came home. And I was like, yeah, that is not going to be going on in this house. And if you don't know an answer, you better be raising your hand and asking for help, because if I find out that you have been cheating in the class, I will come up to that school and I will sit in your class in my pajamas with my hair on top of my head and I will embarrass the hell out of you.
Oh my God. You know what? Isaac had, last year, he was like a buddy to somebody. Like, I guess they put them in pairs to like a little girl, one of Isaac's friends that I don't know, I guess she needed like extra help. And so because Isaac always has excelled with like academics, right. they paired them up, and they didn't have like nothing where like it was cheating or anything, but like he would help her if she needed help. And, you know, cause it's only one teacher to how many students. I don't know how it is where Jackson goes to school, but I want to say there's like 25 students or so with one teacher. And so she would just like pair the kids up. And, actually, her mom was the one that came and told me that she paired them up, that the teacher paired them up. Isaac didn't even tell me that he was like mentoring somebody.
Oh my gosh. Well,
yeah.
Jackson only has 16 kids in his class and he has 3 teachers.
What? 3 teachers? Like aides or like what?
So he has a teacher, a teacher's assistant, and then an aide.
Oh, wow. Isaac only has one teacher, and I don't know. There might be an aide to like help like students and like specific students, but I don't even know if that's true.
Yeah. So it's kind of crazy. I'm super comfortable with his class situation this year.
That's ideal. That sounds really nice. Do you guys like to feel comfortable but still want to look professionally on point with your style? If the answer is yes, then you've got to try Beta Brand. I'm obsessed. It's a dress pant, yoga pants, literally the most comfortable pants you'll ever wear to work.
The faux zipper and pockets, front button belt loops, and the style offerings are seriously unbelievable. They have straight legs, crop, legging selections for all shapes and sizes. I got the dress pants skinny leg, and I really like to use those to take with me to travel because you can kind of pair them with a more casual shirt, or you can dress them up. You can put them with a loafer. You can put it with a heel, and it just makes you feel a little bit more put together than just wearing leggings, but you're still as comfortable as if you were in leggings.
Yeah, so you guys know I live in leggings, and I actually got the straight leg black dress pant yogas, and I just love them because I can look professional when I go to meetings and stuff like that, and to travel is obviously amazing because you guys know that Lindsie and I are traveling all the time. So yeah, that's what I like, the straight leg black dress ones.
Absolutely. We are the same. So that's why I started wearing Beta Brand's dress pants, yoga pants. Visit betabrand.com and use our code COFFEE to get 20% off of yours. Millions of women agree that these are the most comfortable pants that you will ever wear to work.
That's betabrand.com, betabrand.com, and use our code COFFEE to get 20% off your dress pant yoga pants.
So on a completely different note, we haven't even followed up we've seen each other so many times, but we haven't even talked about Lux's birthday party.
Oh my gosh. So Lux's birthday party was so good. And, I was a little bit sad after the fact because I was like, nobody that is in our family came. Like nobody that was related to me and the kids came. So I was a little sad. But Lux's dad and his whole family came. So that was so nice. And I was so happy to see, all of them there, and our family friends came. So it was really good. And everyone was in the pool and jumping on the trampoline, and Chris got his crabs and chicken nuggets. So he was a happy camper. But yeah, Lux got a little, G-Wagon car that he just rides around in and loves, and he got like a little basketball hoop, so he was super pumped, and he got some clothes and some shoes, and he's just been wilding out ever since. I can't believe
like how good he is at steering that little car.
Yeah, right. He runs into shit all the time.
Like I see him on Snapchat,
only post
and
because I only post the good ones.
Oh.
Like, I'm not going to post him running into shit, or the ones where he's just like riding dirty and like not paying attention.
Oh my gosh. I watch him and I'm like, oh my gosh, Lex is going to be a good driver. Like, he's a better driver than me.
Oh my God, whatever. No, he's not a good driver.
Okay.
Like, so he will literally be looking backwards and trying to drive.
Oh my God. Let me tell you what happened to me in my washing machine.
Do not tell me that your washing machine flooded everywhere.
No. That only happened in my other house. Okay. So I was on one of my cleaning sprees, which is like every weekend. So whatever. Make fun of me. I don't care. So I didn't realize this was like 6 weeks ago, because we haven't talked about any of this kind of stuff. But okay, so 6 weeks ago, I am upstairs gathering all of my colored clothes to put a load in the wash. And I didn't realize that Will had washed dog blankets and stuff like that the night before, but he didn't tell me that he did. So I go in there, I put all of the dirty clothes in the washing machine, start it, and it finishes. I open it up, start taking all the clothes out, and I start seeing like clumps and it's like mud everywhere.
Oh my God.
So I like start shaking out the clothes and I'm like, seriously, like this is just a big old waste of time. Like, and I hate when that happens. Like when you plan to do something and like you get it done and then you realize that you've wasted time, like nothing pisses me off more. So I find like this red, like clump of mud and I start smelling something weird. So then I have it in my hand and I like smell it. Dog shit.
No.
Dog shit.
No.
And I'm like, oh my God. So at this point, I'm gagging because I'm like, oh my God, this smells so bad. This is so nasty. Why is this in the washing machine? Oh my God. So not only has it gone through one load and dog shit everywhere, now it has gone through another load and there's dog shit all over my colored clothes. So I'm screaming.
Washed dog stuff with the dog poop on it. And then when you washed the second load after that, it got all over what was supposed to be clean clothes.
Yeah, because I'm sure what he did was he just grabbed all of the stuff out of the dog's crate and like from downstairs. I'm sure he just grabbed it all and never took it outside to shake it out because the dog is literally almost 5 years old. And no matter how much training that I like have tried with her, I take her out literally 6 times a day, which is more than the average person takes their dog out. And she still shits and pisses in her crate. And I'm like, I don't get it. I've tried cutting off food at 6, no later than 6 p.m. I've tried everything. So I'm sure what he did was took all of the stuff, didn't shake out the blankets, took them upstairs, threw them
and put
in the
them right
washing
in the
machine.
wash. Mm-hmm.
Yep. And then when he took them out, they were probably like balled up some. So he probably just put them over in the dryer.
Did you say something to him?
Did I? So at this point, I am screaming because I have dog shit on my hands. Like I can't even get anything to clean them off because there's dog shit on both of my hands.
No.
I'm screaming. I'm like, Will, bring Clorox wipes upstairs right now. So he comes running. He's got Clorox wipe and he's like, what is going on? And I'm like, why don't you tell me what's going on? Because there's dog shit all over the washing machine and this is disgusting. Like literally I have a front loader. So it was like in the seal of it, like it was everywhere.
Oh my God. So do you have to like wash the washing machine?
Yes. Like with Clorox, like wiping it out, like thoroughly wiping it out because it was everywhere.
What the actual fuck, Will? Does he listen to this? Will, if you're listening to this, what the actual fuck?
He listens every week, so he's
okay.
Definitely
Well, I'm going to need you to do a little better. I feel like I'm going to give you the benefit of the doubt here and say that was definitely man brain. Like a man doesn't think to like go shake shit out. You know what I mean? Like actual shit. So I'm going to go ahead and give him the benefit of the doubt here, but we're going to need to do better in the future.
And I'm just like appalled at this point because I'm like, okay, now I have colored clothes that are wet that have dog shit on them. There's dog shit all in the machine. He's standing there. I would literally die. Looking like frack. And I'm like, come on, like wake up at some point.
So did you have to wash the machine with bleach? Like, did you run a load of bleach, like just bleach and then turn it on?
Yeah, well, so he went in there and like Cloroxed everything out because I couldn't touch it. I was gagging so bad. And then I went in behind him and like cleaned again behind him. And I'm like thinking to myself, oh my God, I'm gonna have to throw this washing machine away. Like this is the most disgusting thing I've ever dealt with in my life. So yeah, that was my little adventure. And I was distraught. And then I couldn't even text anybody about it because I was just it was like one of those things that you're just so mad that you don't want to talk about it.
Right. Yeah. No, Will, we're going to need you to do a little better next time.
So, are you guys like me and totally picky about what you use in your home? Because Grove believes a healthy, beautiful home should be accessible to everyone. That's why they made it so easy to get products that you can feel great about using around your home and family. Some of my favorite products are the Method cleaners. I've used those for forever, and I love just to be able to go on their site and surf and see what's out there. For me, just to have it delivered to my house is super nice and not have to go to the store to get it. And then another product that I really, really love that I've been using forever is the Dr. Bronner's liquid soap. And it actually has 18 different uses, but I use it for my body wash. And I know that a lot of people use it like in the kitchen and stuff like that, but it's fantastic. If you haven't tried it, you definitely should.
Find the best healthy home and personal care products online. Every product has been rigorously tested for health, effectiveness, and environmental impact, bringing sustainability, safety, and transparency to an industry dominated by products with harmful chemicals and toxins. I personally love the toilet and the shower cleaners. Being a mom of 3 boys, my bathrooms are disgusting. So I love that I'm able to use these products in my bathroom to make sure that, not only are my kids not affected by like super harsh chemicals, but also that I know I'm getting the bathroom as clean as I would need them to be.
Absolutely. And I also love their packaging. Like, what about you?
Yes. Yeah, for sure.
Super, super cute. So Grove brands include Ms. Myers, Method, 7th Generation, Burt's Bees, and more. Grove selects only the best non-toxic products good for you, your family, and your planet. I know a lot of people have asked me about products that I use inside my house, and Grove is my go-to. You're in control with customizable auto shipments delivered to your door. You can pause or cancel at any time or easily change or manage your account anytime.
Find out how committed Grove is to its customers with a 100% happiness guarantee and free shipping. It's so easy to discover amazing and affordable natural home and personal care products with the convenience of supporting a safer environment for your family. Right now, our listeners can try Grove with a 2-month VIP membership and bonus gift by going to grove.co/coffee.
That's grove.co/coffee, not grove.com. Grove makes it easy to have a happy, healthy home. Now let's get back to the show. While we're on the topic of Will.
Oh, God.
Remember like back when we were at Chick-fil-A and he told me that he was going out of town?
Yes, I do remember that.
Literally 8 hours before.
Mm-hmm.
So
how could I forget?
Of course, we do not forget anything. Okay, so I'm packing for New York and lay down in the bed, literally plugging my phone up to go to bed. And he sits there. This is at 10:30, the night before I leave the house at 5 a.m. to catch my flight. He tells me that he's going out of town on Sunday. And I'm like...
But you're not even going to be back until Sunday.
Exactly. So I'm like thinking to myself, okay, this is kind of weird. Like I thought it was a joke at first. Like I thought he was just kidding with me. And no, he wasn't kidding. And
so
he was
again.
Gone. Yes, again. And he was gone from Sunday to Wednesday. He didn't get back until Wednesday at 8 p.m.
Where did he go?
Apparently Texas.
For what?
For work. And the funny thing is, okay, so I do know he went for work because there was some girl that like sent me a message on Instagram that told me that she saw him like at a work event. So
first of all, people are so weird. Like even if he wasn't there for work, and like I'm not saying he would ever cheat, but like nobody in this industry can cheat without getting caught. Like at some point it would come out because we got loyal ass followers that will let us know when apparently your man is at a business meeting.
Yes, like literally let me know. And so I felt so good whenever that happened. I literally screenshot it and I sent it to him and I was like, maybe I should ask her some questions.
Like, what did he wear to this business meeting? Did he show up on time? Did he have anything good to say? Was he an asshole? Like, give me the 411.
Do you recall? And the best part too was when I got home on Sunday. Okay, so Jackson has homework every Friday. Will did not make him do his homework. So when I got home on Sunday, literally had 2 hours worth of homework for kindergartner to do. Had dinner to make, had the child to bathe, get ready for bed, laundry to do. And like my whole week had been a cluster because my plans had all been changed because he didn't inform me that he was going anywhere. So I get home and literally have not heard from him like all week, like at all. Have not heard from him since I was in New York. And I go upstairs and the best part is he forgot his toiletry bag. So like he had nothing to shave his face with. He had no deodorant and no toothbrush. And it was like the most satisfying feeling in the world.
What?
Yeah, he had his whole toiletry bag. It was like sitting in the sink upstairs.
But first of all, you guys don't talk when you guys go out of town?
Like apparently not.
Okay. I mean, every couple is different, but I have to say, like, not that I laugh at y'all's pain or like your struggles or anything, but it's very interesting to see or like hear about the dynamics of other couples because like, I don't know, like you ever just get like so stuck in your ways or like you only know your own relationship. And so like, well, you should only know your own relationship, but like to listen to other people's dynamics is so funny to me. And it's just like, when I'm with you, I don't ever like know of you texting Will. Like I only know like what you tell me, but like I never see you texting him or like on the phone with him. So it's just like funny. It didn't even cross my mind that you might have not talked to him the whole time we were in New York.
Yeah, no, we didn't. And really, honestly, like when I'm with another friend, like I try to be really good about like putting my phone away and not, like communicating with other people. It's like once I disconnect from whatever I was doing, then like I'll get to the next thing. So that's kind of part of it too. So like part of it's me, and I feel like I kind of get busy when I'm out of town. So it's like, like I'll get to it. But no, I was just pissed off, to be honest.
And sometimes you just need to disconnect and just not even talk to your person.
I was there for my girlfriend's 40th birthday, and literally everybody that was with me was either on the cusp of turning 40 or already 40. And I was the youngest person there. I'm 28. And they all went out like on these late night benders. I think I told you that the woman that was staying in the room with me, that she didn't get back to the hotel until after 4 a.m. And I was up at 6 showering so that we could film and podcast. And she was just getting to the room. But like I went to bed at like 8 o'clock both nights that I was in New York.
That's me literally every time. And I'm just not like, I cannot stay up late. It's 9:48 and I'm struggling to stay up to podcast right now.
I'm like, this is just not normal. What are we going to be like when we're 40?
First of all, my grandparents used to go to bed at like 6 p.m. So that's going to be me.
Definitely going to be both of us.
Okay. Are you guys ready to talk about our continued adventures with Green Chef? Because Green Chef is a USDA certified organic company that includes everything you need to easily cook delicious meals that you can feel good about. Green Chef sends a wide variety of hand-picked organic ingredients and imaginative new recipes and sends them straight to your door. Meal plans include paleo, vegan, vegetarian, keto, gluten-free, omnivore, and carnivore. And I'm really into the omnivore ones, and I tried the teriyaki pork meatballs, and they were so good. So if you're looking for a new recipe, I definitely suggest Green Chef and try the teriyaki pork meatballs.
Well, I didn't try that one yet, but I definitely am going to try it since you recommended it. Green Chef's expert chefs design recipes using a wide variety of organic ingredients to create gourmet flavor that you typically only find in restaurants. I love the diverse array of recipes that range anywhere from global cuisines to classic comfort foods, all with a signature touch. Green Chef thinks dinner should be planned around your life, not the other way around. And I totally agree. I like having Green Chef meals because it's really thought-free meals. You don't forget anything at the grocery store, which I constantly do. Have you guys ever made a meal and get halfway through it and then you realize that you've forgotten like 5 ingredients? Because that's truly always me. And this eliminates that altogether. So if you guys would also like to try it, for $50 off of your first box of Green Chef, go to greenchef.us/coffee convos.
Note that the website is .us, not .com. So again, that's $50 off your first box of Green Chef at greenchef.us/coffee combos. Wait, so just to touch on New York really quick. So as you guys know, we did the podcast with Caitlin and Tyler, that aired last week. And, you know, I talked about maybe like reaching out to my mom and just kind of like doing that whole search. Well, so, they also filmed that podcast for Teen Mom 2, and which kind of, I was excited because I was like, not only will I get to talk to Tyler and Caitlin about like the whole like mom thing, but it can also be a part of my story on Teen Mom 2. So let me just give you guys a little update. So it's been a week since the episode aired, and between Lindsie texting me information that she found and 2 of my other friends texted, like they listened to the episode and were like wanting to help. So Lindsie, they sent me like all this stuff that they found, and I no longer like want to reach out to my mom. Like I am just like not even remotely interested because of the stuff that I found out. And I just, that is not a can of worms that I'm willing to do like open right now. And I'm extremely disappointed. So that is not going to happen anymore.
Like what, I mean, is it stuff you can share or stuff that you're just like, I don't even want to?
It's just like my mom, when she's sober, is such a good person. And so she has like cases. Oh, let me not say cases against her. There's like cases against her boyfriend, but obviously my mom participated in them. So, right. and I know that. And so it's like super disappointing. And all of this is like public record. It's not even, so it's not even like I could say something is what it isn't or whatever. And, I don't know. Like, I'm upset because I can only compare them to another couple on my show, and I won't name names, but and it's just like really, really sad to see when you just know that the person that you love and care about so much is like so almost brainwashed by someone that they're with. And that's like my mom. That is my mom. And I feel like my mom will never come out of it. And so it's not really something that I want to even put effort into. I'd rather like put energy into like reconnecting with my sister or, you know, building a relationship with her, because even though we do get along and stuff, like I've only met her a handful of times. So like if I'm going to put any type of energy into finding and like building a relationship, I'm going to do it with my sister, because my sister's not toxic, and what my mom has to offer will never be worth my kids and my sanity.
But I think honestly, I think it took you going through this like publicly, like on the podcast and like talking through it to get to the point of, okay, now you have friends. Like I was trying to help. You have 2 other friends that were trying to help. It's almost like it was put in your face to be able to make a decision before you got too invested. And then it would have been really hard to reel yourself back in kind of once you take that next step. So
right.
I'm glad that you found out enough to kind of distance yourself yet again from the chaos.
Yeah, no, I definitely agree. And I feel like I'm glad that we talked about it and all that good stuff. But I just decided I'm just not going to go through with it. It's not something that I want to do. But we'll see what happens with my sister. I'm going to go to Dallas in a couple weeks because of my hair product line that I'm doing. The cosmetic lab that I was working with for the formula is in Dallas, and so is my sister. So I texted my sister today And I just was like, hey, hi, sister. I'm going to be in Dallas. And if you want to get dinner or something, like, I would love to do that. And she said, yeah. So I'm going to see how that goes.
Well, I will be excited to hear the follow-up from having dinner with her and kind of see where things go. Just don't have any expectations, and I think it'll be good.
Yeah, I don't have any expectations for her. I feel like I'm going to try to go in with an open mind. But you know what's so funny though? I've been filming for Kail and the Chaos on like my own camera, and I took my camera and I asked Chris, I was like, hey Chris, like this was before I found out everything that I found out about my mom. And like Chris hasn't met my mom. And I was like, someone sent me my mom's address. Like, let's just take a road trip and you knock on the door and just act like you're there to like mow the lawn or something to see if she's home. And if she's home, then I'll go in. I'll like go up to the door. And he's like, what the fuck are you talking about? He was like, what? But like, I didn't want to just like show up, and I don't have her phone number. So I was like, this is the only thing that I could really think of is like, just have someone show up.
I know. I literally was calling like random numbers that came up under her name to see if it was her and if like she would answer, and then I would act like I was from like India or something and hang up.
Just to see if she'd answer. Oh my God, that's hilarious. I haven't seen my mom. Like, I don't even know the last time I saw her, but I do know like when my family, like my extended family, like my aunts and uncles and stuff, when they get together for like Christmas or Thanksgiving, I can't always make it just because like my schedule with the boys and stuff like that. But when I can make it, I'll go up and nobody's heard from her. So it's like my worst fear is like my mom dying and nobody knowing.
Yeah, that's very scary.
But also I wouldn't even go to her funeral anyway. But like, I'm just afraid that I wouldn't even know.
Yeah. And that's just like the unknown, I think, is the scary part.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, for sure. Lindsie, do you know what I love?
Should I guess?
Of course.
Is it BioClarity?
You know it's BioClarity, and we love it. BioClarity is delivered straight to you, and it's easy to use with a 3-step skincare routine that's 100% vegan, plus it's gluten-free and cruelty-free.
I use the Essentials routine. For me, it's just a good, easy daily system that doesn't require any thinking. And Kail and I both know that I don't like to overthink. So for me, it's just something super easy. It works. I feel like my skin is so clean and I just feel refreshed when I get out of the shower. And that's something that I really look for in a skincare system, is just feeling clean, refreshed, but also feel like it's doing something for my skin.
And now they have masks, and I've been using their hydrating mask, aka the Glow Getter, because it leaves your skin smoother, softer, and moisturized after just one use. It's so awesome. I have dry patches on my face, so I'm always trying to figure out how to just even my skin out. So the mask is good for that, and it just hydrates and makes your skin feel super, I love the dewy feeling that it's perfectly moisturized.
Same.
So that's why I use it. Yeah. And because BioClarity products are loaded with soothing ingredients like Floralux from chlorophyll, they're hydrating but lightweight. And so they're great for summer and, the end of summer into fall.
I think they're great for any time of the year. I use that skin smoothie all the time, but I just tried the mask and I agree. I love it too. So get started on healthier habits with your skincare. Just go to bioclarity.com and our listeners will get their first month for 50% off of a routine, plus shipping is free. And it comes with a 100% risk-free money-back guarantee, but you need to enter our code COFFEE. That's bioclarity.com and enter code COFFEE.
But anyways, moving on. You had an update on the intern death.
Yes. Okay.
So let's hear it.
Okay. So just an update. And if there's new listeners or returning listeners, we had talked about this pharmacy intern that was from Atlanta that went missing. And from the start, like I said, there was something very weird going on about it. I always thought that in the story that he made up, 2 guys approaching him going into work when he told the pharmacist and coworkers that like these boys had approached him off of the street and was talking about how nice his car was and blah, blah, blah. He was just setting everything up to make it look like somebody basically abducted him, I guess. And he got groceries for his mom, and they were still in the car. And it was so weird, how kind of everything planned out. And it's very weird to me how, he must have been thinking of this for a long time. He committed suicide, and the report, from the Gwinnett County Police said that he staged certain elements of the case to cast suspicion that he had been murdered. And, he was spotted in different places, at Atmosphere Bar and Grill. And that's where he ditched his phone and his watch. So he lost like the GPS at that point. And then, somebody's home camera actually saw him walking by their house to the lake, and he was solo. So, he shot himself, and I don't know if the gun was there, but I know the bullet matched the type of gun that he had purchased back in May.
So he had obviously been thinking about this for quite some time if he purchased the gun back in May.
Yeah, I think so. I mean, I think it's just all very odd, and to be so successful. Like, he was a week away from becoming a pharmacist at Publix.
I just have obviously, and unfortunately in a suicide, we'll just never have answers. But a couple thoughts come to my mind when you told me this story is, one, I guess when I initially heard of the story, I never thought that maybe he committed suicide. And I know that you did think about that, but I don't know. There was just something about it that just, it didn't even register with me. But then also, the fact that he bought the gun back in May, he had obviously been thinking about this for quite some time, because what other reason it didn't sound like he would have bought the gun for any other reason. And then third is how sad is it that he plotted it out to be a murder? Because, if you think about it, and I don't want to make assumptions, but this is my own assumption, that he was probably embarrassed to talk about whatever mental health issues that he had. And the fact that he was having these thoughts, and it just is so sad to think about the fact that people just can't talk about it, and they don't know how to talk about it, and they don't know how to ask for help. And you just sometimes never see the signs. Like, in some cases, you just don't.
To me, because I initially said, to me, it sounds like a staged thing. And
that didn't cross my mind. And I'm so shocked that you thought that. Well, I knew it.
So with nothing being caught on the camera at Publix, that was my first red flag. I was like, there would have been something, like some type of security camera. If there was two people that were hassling him, chances are they hassled somebody else too, right? So wouldn't they have had somebody come forward in this area that they had roped off and been investigating for, weeks?
Right.
To me, it sounded like he was trying to stage the murder, and it sounded to me like he was afraid to disappoint somebody. I don't know if it was his parents or his siblings or, just his family in general. Almost makes me feel like mentally to him, it would be harder for them to accept that he killed himself versus somebody killing him.
Right.
And maybe blame themselves or something.
The whole thing is so sad, because you just look at how just much more to life there is, and that things will get better. And when you're just in that state of mind, or you have depression or whatever the case may be, they just don't feel like they can ever get out of it, and that they're a burden. And it's just that's just not the case. And you just want to be able to help them. And by the time you even realize, it's too late. So like hindsight is always 20/20. You know what I mean? So you might not recognize the red flags while they're sitting right in front of you. And it takes, the loss of a person or a suicide to like really look back and be like, well, damn, I really missed those red flags.
Yeah. I mean, I'm sure his family is probably thinking like
devastated. Right.
All of these things I'm sure like running through their head of scenarios that they're probably like, oh, that was a red flag. And I like completely missed it. I thought he was perfectly fine, like successful. He posts these happy pictures, he's smiling. He's got his life together as far as career wise, and mentally something was going on.
Yeah. That's so sad.
So sad. Speaking of something sad is how crazy I am.
Yeah, we all know that. We all know that, Lindsie.
We all know. We're very aware. No, but seriously, this would have scared the absolute shit out of you. Will and I were at dinner and we were on our way back to my house and we're sitting at a red light, and I live like in the country. So there's not much really going on around here. And if there is, I don't know about it because we're kind of out there. So we're sitting at a red light in a turn lane, and all of a sudden I hear a gunshot, and I'm like, natural reaction is just to duck, right? And I'm like, oh my God, what is that? And literally sounded like a shotgun. Like it was really, really loud. And I was like, oh my God, the car's like probably going to get shot. Like there's some maniac on the loose. This is bad. So Will just sits there like completely normal. Like nothing even happened. Meanwhile, I'm basically in the floorboard, trying to make sure I don't get shot because I have a baby to raise. And he comes up with this hypothetical situation about how a transformer blew, and that's probably what the noise was. Or his other hypothetical was a bird landed on a power line and it blew it off and it made that noise.
You know what? He was just trying to make you feel better.
Yeah, but like it literally was a gunshot, and I still don't have answers, and I wish I knew.
Was there nothing in the news?
No.
Like, because I feel like you're always up to date on breaking news, and you didn't see anything?
No, there was nothing. And I literally was like, oh my God, like, of course, like you think of like the most morbid things, like when something like that happens. So I'm like, oh my God, somebody shot somebody, or, somebody like was in the woods and like they killed an animal, or like they killed themselves, or, like all these things were going through my head. And meanwhile, Will's just sitting in the truck, like listening to Racks Blue by Future. And he acted like it was totally normal.
He was listening to what?
Racks Blue.
Oh, I love that song.
Yeah. So he was just like jamming out to that. And
I cannot picture him listening to that. I know you listen to it and I think it's so funny, but like picturing Will like Ric Flair drip, like no, I can't. I just can't picture it. So Lindsie and I will be in Atlanta next month, and we are hosting an event at Magnolia Med Spa. Right?
And it's September the 20th.
Yeah, September the 20th.
It's from 5 to 7. And
see, I don't even have all the details. I'm just showing up.
Yeah, that's pretty typical. I'll go pick Kail up and drive her wherever we're supposed to be. So, yeah, it's at Magnolia Med Spa in Cumming, from 5 to 7, and it's RSVP only. So, if you guys would like to attend, this is not like a meet and greet. This is, where we get our facials, and they do filler and Botox and like all the mom things that you would want to have done. It's one of those types of things, and like a ladies' night out. So if you're interested, you can direct message us and we will make sure that your name gets on the list, but it is limited space, only. So make sure that you send us a direct message if you guys want to attend. And
wait,
what?
Go ahead. No, I was just going to tell you that I'm due for Botox in my armpits. So I'm going to go ahead and do that while I'm there.
Well, I'm so glad. That makes me happy if that makes you happy.
I'm going to put it on Kail and the Chaos. Like, I'm going to film it for Kail and the Chaos that I do Botox in my armpits. Because I feel like moms can relate.
You will not be filming it. I will be filming it because I'm one of the people behind the camera.
Okay. I definitely will give you a film credit.
Perfect. Don't forget it. Okay. Can I tell you about this like mosquito story?
Oh God. Yeah. Go ahead.
Okay. So for my whole life, I always like wondered why I didn't get bit by mosquitoes. Like, you know, you hear people, they'll say, I get ate up by mosquitoes and like whatever. And I'm like, yeah, not really me. Maybe they just don't like me and whatever. Well, so on Bustle, I was reading and there was a study that was published in a medical publication that people with type O blood are more likely to get bitten by mosquitoes, which is Will, haha. And people with type A or B are not likely to get bit. And
time the fuck out already. I'm going to pause you right there because how in the fuck is a mosquito going to come up to somebody and just know that they're type O and bite them? Like that doesn't even make sense.
Because I guess it's like something with the lactic acid or something that it's like
radiates off of somebody's skin.
Yeah. And like they can tell, and like your body temperature and warmth and like stuff like that can like give signs or whatever if they want to bite you. But also mosquitoes also flock like towards pregnant women because their body is normally hotter. So yeah,
what?
Like how crazy is that? And I'm type A, I'm A positive. So that makes total sense. And I believe it for sure.
Well, I didn't know mosquitoes were that smart. I didn't know that they would have, I didn't even know they had enough time. Like I literally thought that they're just like flying around and just whoever they land on. Like I didn't know they like flock or anything like that. I don't even know what my blood type is. I guess I should find out.
Totally. You should find out. And who would even think that a mosquito was big enough to have a brain?
Right. Wait, what's the universal blood type? O positive?
Type O. Yeah, O positive.
That's what my mom is. Whatever the universal one is, that's what my mom is. But I think I'm either A or B or AB. I don't know.
Well, that's a lot of blood type scale. Will's O positive. So does that mean that like that's what your kid is?
No, I don't think so.
Oh, okay. So your kid can be like something different than how do they know?
Which is so weird because I mean, I don't know. I'm not a doctor. I don't actually know that. But if my mom is the universal blood type, why am I different than her?
I'm not sure.
Because she's the one that like supplied me blood to grow.
I'm not sure. I don't know.
And
I think it goes by the dad.
But like your dad doesn't give you blood. Like, do you know what I'm saying? Like your dad, you come from a little sperm. Like the sperm isn't blood.
Yeah, but my dad's A positive and so am I. So
then are the rest of your siblings also A positive?
I'm not sure, but I can do some research and find out and get back to you.
Okay, let me know. I'm dying to know.
But seriously, I don't get bit by mosquitoes. And I'm thinking like, okay, I've been bit on my butt before by a mosquito, but I think it's because it like got in like my Nike shorts or whatever and just got like trapped. So it was probably like, I'm just going to bite this bitch. But if I go outside, I don't just like mosquitoes don't really bother me. Like I don't get bit.
Oh, I do. But I'm not I'm definitely not.
You don't know that.
But you know what? Delaware we have mosquitoes so bad here because of the farms and like there's Amish everywhere and like the farmland. The mosquitoes are I lived in Pennsylvania my whole life and I never experienced mosquitoes like I'd have in Delaware. And so I think that it's slightly different here.
Well, I'm telling you, Georgia, it's a scorcher and you get mosquitoes, but normally they're like more around like you said, like farm or like open water, like murky water or stuff like that. There'll be like a lot of mosquitoes, but I don't know. We should do a test. We should put Will and I in the middle of like a farm.
You guys should do Naked and Afraid together.
Definitely not. Because if I haven't killed him by now, I would definitely do it then. For sure. I know a lot of people keep asking us like why we didn't ask Macy about Naked and Afraid, but I honestly forgot about it.
I did too. And you know what? I had my notes, my notebook, but I also had the shits that day. So I wasn't thinking and I forgot my notebook. So my notebook was in the hotel room and I had Naked and Afraid in there and I was really upset because I didn't ask her and I'm obsessed with that show. So, but you know what? There's always a next time.
Always. We will definitely try to talk to Macy again because we need to get a follow-up on Taylor if he's, had his date with Rihanna yet or not.
Oh, yeah. We should get Taylor on the podcast. That would be a lot of fun. We should have them. We should do like, how well do you know each other and have them on it.
Oh, yeah. Kind of like how Jimmy Fallon does or whatever. Like he does those things for the couples on The Bachelorette or Bachelor. It's like when they do their first like press stuff. He asked them questions about like how well they know each other.
Yeah, we need to do that with Macy and Taylor. That would be so fun.
We should copy Jimmy Fallon.
For sure.
For sure. He's successful, so we should do it. Also, this is kind of weird, but obviously it was an article because school's starting back and I guess crayons were relevant at the time. But apparently Preschool crayons, which are mostly sold at like Dollar Tree, like I think they have them at Dollar General. They probably have them at other places too, but mostly they're sold at Dollar Tree, had trace of elements of asbestos in it. And so they were just saying how if you have a child that...
Those crayons are horrible.
They don't even color.
They are in a lot of restaurants, I feel like.
Definitely. Or
like, the ones that you, when you ask for a kid's menu and they give you like the 2 colored crayons, like they're always Preschool.
Yeah. And they're always like so busted. Like they don't even color anything. Like I think they're so waxy that it's literally like wax on a paper. Yeah. They
are horrible. Well, I hope that company gets shut down at this point because they're pretty much useless. I mean, the crayons don't even color, so.
I was like, glad I buy Crayola.
Oh my God.
Anyhow, well, guys, it's been real. We will catch up with you guys next week. If you have not followed us on Instagram at Coffee Combos Podcast Instagram, make sure that you follow us on there for updates on new episodes. We will put information for merch on there. And also we have the giveaway this week. So make sure you guys follow us on there so that you can participate. I hope you guys have a great week and we'll talk to you soon.
See ya.
This podcast is brought to you by Wave Podcast Network. Check out all of our shows, including the Brain Candy Podcast, I Don't Get It, Babes and Babies, Coffee Convos, and Let's Talk About It.